AMC, stonks, YOLO call options. AMC is one of those stocks that the internet has been going crazy over right now. It's got a lot of attention. It's a bit of a meme stock, but what actually is AMC stock and is it a buy? In today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly what AMC is, the company, what the hell does it do. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the stock, the good things with the stock, the bad things with the stock, pretty much full analysis of AMC stock, and whether or not me, Joshua, thinks it's a buy. Now, full disclosure, me personally, I do not own AMC stock at all, but I am heavily involved with the stock market and I do have a large part of my net worth tied up in the stock market. I've got about 50,000 to 55,000 Australian dollars invested in the stock market right now, so I just thought I would give my opinion on this stock and the current situation, and hopefully some people will listen or like what I have to say. But if you do want to check out this video where I do go through my full stock market portfolio, click up here or here, I'll put a little thing up. Hopefully my opinion means something. But just before we do get into today's video, guys, obviously hit the like button, smash it, make it blue, please. It's down there somewhere. Just do it for me, please. It helps me out a lot. Consider subscribing as well. If you like this video, you'll probably like more of my videos, so go back and watch those, hit subscribe, and you'll be updated when another one comes out. But let's get into it, So what is AMC, the company? In a nutshell, it's a movie theater company. They own and operate about 1,000 movie theaters, mostly in the USA, but some internationally. So it's a pretty easy to understand business model. I'm sure you already understand it from me saying that, but obviously they make money from the movie tickets when you go and pay money to go see a movie in the theater, in the cinema. Also sell you some overpriced popcorn, overpriced drinks, overpriced lollies, everything like that as well. But we buy it up. And the stock price has been extremely volatile as of late. Recently it was trading around $2 a few months or so ago. It was priced like it was going to go bankrupt because of the coronavirus has hit them hard. But recently it's shot up to like $19. Now this is because this stock became a bit of a meme on the internet. Subreddit Wall Street Bets trying to stick it to the man, trying to stick it to big hedge fund corporations, buying up a ton of random meme stocks to shoot the stock price up. Some hedge funds have big short positions in this stock and other stocks like GameStop or whatnot, so they try to stick it to the man. I'm not going to get into that into too much detail. I'm sure you've probably heard it 100 times on YouTube already. Everyone did a video on it. If not, go watch one of those videos, go read up about it to understand the situation. I'm not going to cover it fully here. But as I was saying, the share price shot up to like $19 something, and when it did, AMC actually took advantage of this. They raised a ton of money from issuing out new shares. They raised something like $917 million last month. Now this just gives the company more time to hold out and get through this bad situation for them until theatres fully reopen. They managed to take advantage of this situation and raise a ton of money, but GameStop didn't when their stock price went ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to cover that raising of funds more in depth later in the video. But now, as it stands, the stock price is hovering at about $5.50 and it's actually down 11% just today. Jeez, this stock is bloody volatile. But like I was saying, the reason for the massive volatility right now is because it's really talked about and it's a bit of a meme. Look it up yourself. Let's go through the good things that AMC has going for them. We'll go through the good here first and then we'll go through the bad. So, like I was saying, they recently just raised around $900 million from issuing out new shares. Bravo to them, they took advantage of the situation. Their stock price shot up and they issued out a bunch of new shares while the stock price was high. That gives them a ton more cash on the balance sheet and a lot more money to play with. And this is good for them because now they've got a nice cash cushion to sit on while they get through this situation. Because I'm sure you know in the USA, coronavirus is so bad that all cinemas are shut down right now pretty much, or they're very limited capacity. So it's not exactly easy to go see a movie in the cinema. Not only that as well, a lot of big movie production companies and whatnot are delaying all their massive movies until the coronavirus is finished, because obviously they don't want to release them and have no one see it, because then they'll lose money as well on these movies that they've made. They've invested, you know, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars into these movies, and they're not going to release them to not make money. So it's really tough for theatre companies like AMC right now. They don't have a lot of movies to show, and even if they did, they can't really open their theatres fully or get as many people in as they would like. This $900 million cash cushion that they have should help them get through this situation until the coronavirus is no more, or it's a bit better of a situation in the USA, because now I think everything is starting to go on the up and up for AMC. Coronavirus vaccines are starting to slowly get distributed out. Therefore, once it's less of a worry, theatres will be able to open back up. Movies will be able to come back into the theatre, talking big blockbuster movies that make the tons of money. I think in the USA, movie theatres will be back up and running fully reopened sometime in the last half of this year, 2021. I think everything will be fine then. And when they do reopen, there's going to be a massive amount of pent-up demand. Not only for theatres, but industries like concerts as well, things like that. Obviously no one could go to a concert. When concerts are back up and running, everyone's going to want to go because they haven't been able to for so long. So same thing with movie theatres. There's going to be a huge pent-up demand. Everyone's going to want to go back in, jump in, get that cinema experience. And obviously that's just a very good situation for AMC when that happens. So I think that's going to come in sometime at the end of this year. Definitely in the last half of this year when coronavirus has eased down a bit. Because in my opinion, going to the cinema is an experience. If you're watching a big blockbuster movie for the first time, you've never seen it on like a streaming service like Netflix or something, it's just not the same as going to the cinema, watching it on the massive screen, you know, eating your popcorn, you're with friends or whatever, enjoying the movie. You just can't get that experience from streaming services. So I think cinemas are still needed. And when they open back up, everyone is going to go back and enjoy it. I think everything's coming up and up for AMC. But hey, we'll wait and see. Obviously that's just my opinion. So I see movie theatres coming back big the last half of 2021, especially in 2022, going into 2022. I think it's going to be a big year for AMC. Like we've said, they've raised that $900 million or so. Right now the current market cap on AMC is $1.86 billion. So the whole company is worth $1.86 billion, and they have $900 million in cash now. So over half of the valuation of the company they have sitting in cash. Now I don't know about you, but to me that sounds a bit ridiculous. That sounds dirt cheap. This company sounds dirt cheap to me right now. Am I missing something or whatnot? Please let me know in the comments if I am, but just seems so bloody cheap right now. Another interesting metric that I was looking at, and another good thing for AMC, is let's say we round that market cap up to the company worth $2 billion, and let's say in 2022 they do net income of $200 million, which I think for AMC is fairly reasonable, but I think it sounds very reasonable for AMC to do $200 million net income in 2022. And if their current valuation is $2 billion and they're doing $200 million next year, that is a PE of 10. Now that is cheap. That is dirt cheap. So hey, AMC definitely has a few good things going for it in my opinion, but now let's get to the bad. Bad things I can see happening with AMC right now and in the future is right now it's obviously a very popular stock. So we've got a lot of retail investors. Actually, I shouldn't even call them investors because they're not. There's a lot of people out there that have seen the GameStop situation. They want to jump on the bandwagon on these meme stocks. They've never bought a stock in their life. This is the first stock that they buy. They have no idea what they're doing, what they're getting into. They can't handle the volatility. Let's say AMC tomorrow goes down 20%. They've just lost 20% of their investment that they put in. They get scared, they sell out. There's a lot of volatility around this stock right now because of these newbies that are in that have no idea what they're doing. Even if it went vice versa, AMC goes up 20% in one day because it's such a volatile stock, it's completely plausible. They just cash out for their quick profit. There's a bunch of noobs in the stock and they've got no idea what they're doing. They're obviously not in it for the long haul. They're not investing. There are also a lot of seasoned traders in this stock as well, I believe. That's what it looks like to me. also trying to take advantage and outplay this meme situation. The only other bad thing that I can really see with AMC is you always have to make that bearish case where they don't make it through. Maybe this $900 million that they raise isn't enough to get them through the situation while they're currently closed down. We don't know. Or maybe theatres cease to exist. No one wants to go to the theatre anymore. Everyone's just fine to watch movies on streaming services and the cinema dies. It's always a possibility too. Now that's not what I believe. Like I said, I think the cinema is a good experience. It's a great experience where people will actually pay the money to go see a real big blockbuster movie. But hey, it is always plausible that I'm wrong. I am wrong sometimes, believe it or not. I am not always right. But really, those 2 or 3 things are the only things that I can see that are bad for AMC right now. In summarization, what do I think about AMC? I honestly think it has a lot more pros than cons. The pros definitely outweigh the cons. And it's obviously a dirt cheap valuation for the stock right now if you pick it up, like I said. But there is still a bit of risk right now, as there is with every other stock, but I think this one is still a bit risky for my liking. I do think though, if you are to buy it, the potential reward can definitely outweigh the risk on this one. I can definitely see that happening, but hey, that's just my opinion. I don't own the stock myself, so I could definitely see and agree with someone if they bought AMC stock, but hey, that's just my opinion. Please do your own research. You shouldn't buy a stock just because someone on the internet or on YouTube told you about the stock. Please do your own research before buying or getting into any investment. But that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button down there. If you already haven't, you should have at the start of the video. Click the circle here to subscribe. Check out this video and playlist if you're interested. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.